At the Senia Cambodia conference, I did a presentation with my coworker, and we did technology tools for differentiation. When I was presenting this data, I didn't have much time to explain, so I wanted to make a quick video about a little bit more about this data side to it. I started to show some of this data, but it was at the very end and it was impromptu, and I don't think I gave a very good explanation. So I want this video to be a more thorough explanation of how to set it up, how to collect the data, and how to set up some graphs. So the first thing you'll do is you'll use a Google form, and you're going to collect data, and it will look something like this. Then the next thing you'll do on a separate sheet. So you collect the data on a Google form, and then on a brand new spreadsheet, just like this, we're going to set up a formula, and it's, sorry, I'm in Japanese, and it's import range. And I'm going to do so we need to set up the sheet like this. So we're going to get the URL within some quotation marks, and then we're going to put the sheet name that we want, and then that will bring in all the data. Let's do that now. All right, so you need a comma, you need a space, and this needs to also be in quotation marks. Oh, so one thing I did that you need to do. So this is the name of the tab. So like, for example, mine, I want this to be data. So you write data and then an exclamation mark, and then you type the range that you want. And I'll do A1 to T. Wow. And then it's gonna, sometimes it will ask you if you want to give it access, and you have to give it access. So as you can see, I brought in all the data from my other sheet. Quick note on why you would want to do this. You probably don't want people who have access to your data to be able to manipulate it. Either delete it or make something happen. So this kind of prevents mistakes from happening. So here's my new sheet, and if I do this and I try to erase it, it doesn't erase. And yeah, nothing happens to it. Okay, now next, let's do a simple filter, and we'll filter by section. So by PYP. So filter, and the range was let's say A1 to T again. And condition 1 is we're going to say the range and then what happens in that range that we want to only see. So I want this column here, because I'm doing just PYP. So where C2 to C equals PYP. And there's no quotation marks around this. But there are quotation marks around PYP, I believe. Let's see. Okay. This is a good point. Do you see how this is highlighted? And actually, this part is highlighted too. That means that I'm getting this sheet and not something else. So I need to. Okay, mismatch. So we'll. Okay. So now this is only the PYP data, and this is a little bit better. And we can do this for MYP and DP as well. Another thing we can do is we can add a drop-down. And let's change the color. So DP, I believe, is blue. MIP is kind of a red, and PYP is yellow. There we go. So now we have this. Okay, so I'm telling ChatGPT what I want to do, and then I'm telling it what I tried, and I'm just gonna let it do the work for me because I don't feel well. I got a cold or something at the conference. It was a very miserable flight home. So I'm gonna take this new formula and give it a try. Well, so as you can see, ChatGPT. So this is in C. So let's change this to C. There we go. So now I can take this drop down and I can switch it, and then it switches between the programs. Okay. What's next? I'm going to change this filter. The next thing we can do. Let's see my dashboard. What did I do? Total submissions by program. Okay. So what I also did here was I made another tab for data tables. And then I started separating the data out so that the tables are easier to make. So for example, I try to organize it by putting the titles above the data so that I know when I come back to this page what each one of these means. And so then I just highlight it, insert, chart, and then I play with it. Yeah, this one looks best. So in mine, I changed the PYP, the MYP, and the DP values to their colors on the their official colors. Now, one thing I see is that I don't want total here. I don't want to look at that. So I need to change this. We go to setup, and right here, we're going to only go to column D. So A, B, C, D. We just want these columns. All right. And so this is the table I made. And yes, I did not change the colors yet. One thing this chart has that this doesn't yet are the numbers here. So to do that, you edit the chart, go to customize, and go to series. And down here we can do data labels. You can do a trend line. And then the totals. And that's pretty nice. That makes the charts read a lot better. Some of them don't look nice. Sorry. But yeah, so this is something that you can play with. Make a copy of this sheet and see for yourself. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. Happy data playing.